you can stitch this shot.
Thank you, pal.
Safety pins and kilt pins. I've seen entire costumes made out of these. A cool little hint is before you bring them to con, first off, get really good ones, don't go to the dollar store. Get good ones. Stick them into a piece of cardboard, spray paint them black first. That way they're not likely to show when you have to use them. Orange vinyl tape. Anybody that does a gun that brings it to a convention, more likely than not, has to have an orange end on it. You can instantly put one on here if the one you have isn't good enough. You don't need to bring orange paint, just put it on with tape. Zip ties, same thing as safety pins, gotta have them. Shoe glue. You're gonna lose a soul at some point. This is their soul.
Not your soul. God's soul.
A pair of pliers or a multi-tool. I prefer a multi-tool. I have a pair of pliers right now. A good pair of actual scissors. Don't chew through stuff. Sorry. Black magic markers, because again, you're going to have scuffs and things. It may not be the right color for what you're doing, but it's not going to show the honking orange on your gun, or the yellow, or blue, or whatever it's made out of. Hot glue gun. Again, I've seen costumes made entirely with these. But make sure you set up a rig like this so you don't burn the hotel table. And if you're going to do that, remember to bring extra glue sticks. Yes. The other quick thing I'm going to say is about posing. Because we've got a lot of problems on the internet with people taking pictures that are not particularly flattering. When you're in a costume, remember somebody's always pointing a camera at you. If you need to adjust, if you need to change your shoe, whatnot, if you're not going to be in a great position that you want a picture of forever, have friends that will stand in front of you while you're doing it. Spoil the show.
So find your ugliest friend and have them.
That's a good one, dude.
They say something about they lose decompression. Got two children, pick the one you like for best and give it to them.
Hey, Bishop.
Hey, Mitch, what's up, Cam?
How you doing, Bishop? Can you do me a favor? There's stuff you got over here. Can you get rid of them, please?
Yeah.
Can we please stop the family reunion? But ladies, that last tip that Liam just gave, please be aware of that, because every time you bend over, actually anytime you walk by, there's a camera on your ass. I'm being blunt. I'm being blunt because I see it every time I go to it. I just came from DragonCon and I had a number of friends complaining about people doing stupid things with cameras, their hands and other things. So be aware of who's around you. If you have friends with you, make sure they put up that curtain around you so that you can't bend over and tie your shoe, pick up something that you just dropped, or have a male friend pick up what you just dropped, so that somebody's not sitting there taking pictures of your ass because you went to bend over and pick something up.
I'm willing to be the person.
I'll also throw out there that if you've got people that are going to be doing something inappropriate, bear in mind you and all of your friends more likely than not now are holding a camera in your hand. You don't necessarily have to detain them, but get a lot of shots of them.
Yes.
So you can turn that into
Okay, next up, Gregory. He's going to talk about fabrication and some other goodies. What you got? No.
No?
I
didn't do it.
No.
No. I'll also throw out, if anybody has any questions, see me while I'm here or around the con. Otherwise, look for me online. Liam, Deadpool Avenger, AZA-ECA from the East Coast Avengers. If you can't find all that, just look up East Coast Avengers on the Facebook and you'll find them.
All right, Brian Gregory.
How you doing, guys? My name is Brian Gregory, also known as Be Wild Cosplay. I've been doing this since 2010. I was mentored through it by Eric the Smoke Moran. Everybody here knows what I'm talking about. Now, quick thing I want to tell you guys, this is just for guys, because I had to learn this. I had to learn this too, coming through it. When you're dressed up in spandex, it must seem to be a little it down, or as everybody here can attest for spandex. If you got it, it's going to show it. If you don't, it's going to show it. The main thing I want to say, okay, because I had to learn this the hard way, because the first time when I heard the comment, I was kind of like taken aback by it, but after I had time to really think about it and process, I said, well, it just makes more sense. 2 words, dance pants.
Dance
belt. Dance belt, I'm sorry.
Or compression shorts.
Or compression shorts.
A couple of, well, compression shorts will always work. You may have to wear a couple of pairs, depending on what you need to measure. Yeah, because the white compression shorts.
With the dance belt's great. I started out, when I first started doing it, we didn't have much, so I had like 4 dance belts over at a time.
Oh, wow.
So you can need the dance belt, and then you go to the fabric store, and they'll have the little pads for inside of a bra.
Yes.
Stick that into the collar, and that smooths everything.
They're unfortunately kind of
Just only 1, not 4 at a time.
But like I said, one of the things about that is when you are taking pictures with children, obviously they're shorter than you, and obviously sometimes they just happen to be angled right. Yeah. You get the point, and that's not a good look. So that's why I would say, like, for guys, it's definitely something a good investment in. Think about it. Another thing I want to tell you guys about, when you're posing, if you happen to be kind of big like I am, or a little bit bigger, it doesn't matter, because the way I see it, I don't care what size you are. I don't care what character you do. I don't give a D-A-M-N-N color you are, creed, sex, race, religion. It's immaterial to me. It's about you embodying the character that you chose to do, period, point blank. My point in saying that to you is, long as you embody that character, do what you want. Do what you want. I had a bad situation happen to me, and instead of me getting bogged down by the comments, I actually took it and I ignited myself a little bit further, and I started just doing anything I could think of. And that's how everybody should process it here. Don't let your color, don't let your size, don't let your limits, don't let your handicaps limit your creation.
Don't throw out my absolute favorite saying that I use all the time. You're doing make-believe wrong is never a true statement.
One other big up I gotta give, because actually the posing thing came from my twin, Shanika Barrett. She's a model and makeup extraordinaire. She gave me through and helped me out quite a bit. But yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was rough. I was rough. I was real rough.
When you go up, they look more nice and curly.
It's hard. It's real hard for people like me. It's hard. It's so hard. But I'll say this also about fabrication. When you guys, because I'm sure you see like different Batmans, different Deadpools, different Wonder Woman, Superman. To me, it's always about variance. Because if you can add a little piece of yourself, like I like to say, and make it you, whatever that might be, it stands out a little bit more. That's not necessarily saying it's like, well, it has to be comic right. Again, what did I just say before? Embodying the character. That's it.
The only people that are supposed to look identical are stormtroopers.
Even a little bit, even a little bit.
Yeah.
Next
They
up,
just give this lesson.
Just one. Next up, we're going to have I call him my other half, best friend. We've known each other most of our adult life. That's my married half. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Are you sure he's not the married half?
This is what you're gonna talk about missions. Yes, you do.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Everyone's watching.
This is the thing about commissions.
And I actually had a long, about 3 or 4 hour debate with someone who didn't understand how commissions work. If you actually go out and ask somebody to make something for you, you can't think of what you think should cost, or what you think their time should, their time should entail. Because I can tell you like this, and I just had the question posed to me the other day for a commission that I'm about to do. This person wanted an outfit. She showed me the outfit. It's all leather. I was told her point blank, it's going to be expensive because it's all leather. I can do it for cheaper if I do it in vinyl. She said, okay, let's run with that. Because vinyl versus leather. The vinyl I can get for $9.99 a yard. The leather usually is somewhere, and depending on the thickness and the quality of it, could be anywhere from $60 to $80 for just one piece to a few $100s depending on the quality. The better the leather, the more it's going to cost. I sat there with this one individual for 4 hours. He said, I wanted to get this one staff made. The guy quoted me $400 because it has all these bells and whistles in it. And I told him, well, is this guy reputable? Is his reputation preceding him? He said, yes. But I don't think I should pay that much because I don't want to pay that much. He should pay what I tell him I want to pay. I said, no, you don't do that. Because, the sad part about that discussion wound up being, he brought up someone who sells things on the street corner. And I had to break, I know, but no, don't laugh, because I actually broke it down to him. I told him, the guy who's actually making these things on the street corner, he's doing it at half the level of skill that he actually has. He's doing something quick and dirty just so that he can make a couple of dollars. If you want his real work, and you say, okay, take some time to do this for me, and make it high quality, you're going to pay 5, maybe 10 times what he's charging on the street. This guy still didn't believe it. So, and I wish I would have actually kept my Thanos mask with me, because that was a custom-made piece for me. I had somebody over, a friend in London, or in England, actually make my Thanos mask for me. Yeah.
Yes.
It cost me upwards of, I'm trying to redo the conversion from pounds. It cost me about $800 to get that mask done. It's a one of a kind.
It's a crack.
He doesn't make, he will not make that mask for anyone else. When he told me the price, I was like, whoo, this is what I want. So I said, okay, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say that up. Exactly. You step up and shut up. And I said, okay, I want this mask done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay because I've seen his work. I'm not gonna sit there and say, no, let's do it for, let's negotiate. Do it for $300. No, dude, the materials cost $300.
Right, movies cost millions of dollars.
Right, and
don't be surprised.
And I'm going through these things because these are things that folks forget. You have to buy materials.
And you have to pay for the person to do it.
And then you have to actually, not even that part of it yet. You have to pay just for them giving you their time. Because if you want something quality done, if you go to some of these professionals, just to get in the door for them to even listen to your ideas, they're going to say, okay, you're taking up my time from somebody else, so give me $100 for just coming to my office.
Consultancy.
And then what? You walk out the door and you spend $100, you don't have anything. You haven't signed any contracts, you haven't done anything. So when you're dealing with people who do commissions, or even if you're someone who commissions out material, products or whatever, think of, if you're a commissioner, think of your worth first. Because you got to remember, you have to still buy materials. I've done some things where I've cut prices for friends, and I ended up coming out, out of pocket on some of the stuff myself, which I didn't mind because I was doing it for a friend, but I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. If I'm doing a piece, I'll tell you $350, it's going to be $350. If I pitch for a friend, it's still going to be $350.
That's respected time.
No, that's
Time and craft.
No, that's straight up. If you sit there and ask me for a piece that's going to cost $350 to make because materials are $200, that $150 is my time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's whether I want to go spend it on new materials for myself, equipment to replace what I'm using, and these are the type of things you have to think about when you commission something. The materials, the equipment that's being used for the materials, because somebody can have some old stuff, but they're charging a certain price because they want to make sure that I'm getting really close enough or whatnot. You shouldn't have me talking about the doggone materials. Gotta be like that stuff about that, millions and stuff. Anyway, be mindful. We've been doing this for 16 years, so don't mind him. He's a little crazy. And it's on camera.
Oh, like I got it. I have it on video. I'm having it on video.
When you burn yourself, just wait for yourself to go smoke and later.
Fire in the hole.
Back to serious stuff. On a serious note, when you either ask someone for permission, ask as many questions as you can. Ask about their skill level because they may be a newbie. And just have pretty looking stuff when you see it on them. Like for me, when I first started making my cups, on the outside, awesome. On the inside, it was like crap because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'm being honest. You can ask those type of questions. How long have you been doing this? And then that helps justify. Okay, well, you just quoted me $800 for this, to do this mask work. You've been doing this for 7, 8 years. Okay, I'm going to trust you and say that you're going to deliver a quality product on time. That's another thing. That's another thing. But I'm not going to go into that because we'll be talking for the rest of the night. On this note, pay attention when you commission from someone. If you're a commissioner, love yourself first. Even if it's a friend, love yourself first. Realize that you're doing the work, regardless if it's a friend, new person, stranger off the street. You still have to pay yourself before you give away money. And on that one,
All right. Next up, we have 2 young ladies here that want to talk about doing makeup, going around with latex and other little nice pieces of hazardous materials that sometimes you see us in. We have Brittany and we have Liz. Liz does an awesome soldier. Brittany's just all over the place with her anime characters. Her stuff is off the hook as well.
And cartoons.
So
Anything sparkly.
please don't say sparkle.
he hates sparkling.
His shoes are sparkly. Wow. When he gets up, you'll see.
So
all shiny
Brittany,
pretty.
since you already
All right. Well, hello everyone. My name is Brittany Marriott, and I usually go as Kodanai Kiba for Kodanai Kiba Cosplay on Facebook. I've done Garnet from Steven Universe. I've done Shadow the Hedgehog. Usually just onesies really, because I have to see to the end of that apparently. But I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about makeup. Now, first and foremost, don't be afraid to experiment with colors. Even when you go ahead and you're making up your face, just to have fun. Even when you go ahead and you put the Joker white on, go ahead and just use a little bit of gray for shadows. There can be some hints of green, hints of yellow. After you go. A little bit of green, a little bit of purples, really just to go ahead and make that pop. So it doesn't seem like it's just a 2D piece, because you're living art. So go ahead and just have fun with it, because the end of cosplay is play. So just have fun with it. Another thing to do is to definitely go ahead and just research. YouTube is your best friend. YouTube is everyone's best friend, from cooking to anything else. But mainly, it's really great for makeup tutorials as well. And a lot of people who have a lot of experience like to go ahead and have fun on YouTube, and they'll go ahead and they'll show you techniques that you wouldn't even dream of. There is good makeup and there's bad makeup, but honestly, when it comes to it, it's whatever you have, whatever you can afford, whatever you can work with to go ahead and just get that right look that you're looking for. I usually have a mixture from stuff from CVS to stuff from BH Cosmetics when they go on sale, because I'm a student, to stuff from a local theater place. When I started researching, I didn't even realize there was one right down the street from here in Baltimore, and they focus on theatrical makeups and latex and all that kind of great stuff too. Aitch live it that way. And another thing too is just go ahead and just have fun with it. Even though you see a set design of something, and you're going gone ahead and you're trying to test it out before you get to that con, go ahead and put a little bit of yourself into it as well. If you're an artist and you specify into something, like if you prefer anime and you're going to a Comic-Con dressed as a comic character, put your own little stuff into it too. Add those little details, add the little stress symbol. Do actually what you wanted to do so you can have fun with it.
Hey, I don't think I need a mic. I'm really loud. My name is Elizabeth Gamet from Studio Ghana, and I've been cosplaying for about 6 years, going on 7. I started off, I've been doing my whole life, but I really started getting cosplay when I did theater and film, so I love this stuff. But with makeup, when we're talking about latex, so be aware that you may not realize you have a latex allergy until you actually apply the latex on. I did a zombie film where we had to have all the gashes and everything all over us, and it wasn't until I took everything off that I realized I had a latex allergy. So when you're going to do the full body latex, or just your arm and everything, before you do it, test it a little bit on your hand, do a little bit on like a finger, leave it over for a few hours a night before, and check it when you take it off. Because you may never, because you wear latex gloves and like that, there's a chemical within the latex, liquid latex, that will affect you. Just be aware of that. I wanted to get a little bit into the fabric and sewing because that's my passion, but I just recently got back from Dragon Con, and it was Liam was talking about this amazing repair kit. I have like sweatshops in all my hotel rooms. It's terrible. I never finished anything on time. But my favorite thing in life is adhesive tape. It's a small white film that you can get at Joann's Fabrics, and I didn't finish this one part of my tape. What you do is every hotel room has an iron and an ironing board. If you can't fit, if I flew in and you have that 50 pounds and I'm not spending $60 on another bag, that you're trying to weight, get that tape. Put it on the fabric, put another fabric on top, iron it on, and it will hold. I mean, you can pull it pretty hard. So if something rips on your skirt or your pants, you get this small adhesive tape, iron it on, and you're set.
Duct tape?
Yeah, duct tape.
I didn't mean to throw that one out.
Tape with your friend. Yes, also, I'm very cost effective. I'm forced. I have to be. But I like to get a lot of my fabrics from thrift stores. A lot of people don't realize you can go back and where you get the drapes and sheets, and you just go back there. And sometimes the tag is older, the tags are popped off, and you're kind of like, what is this fabric actually? You can actually, disclaimer, if you burn down your house, it's your fault. But it's a burn test. You can actually cut a square out of whatever fabric, if you don't know what it is, go to a sink, a tub, somewhere there's running water, and burn it. Like cotton is a plant-based fiber, so it'll smell like burning leaves. So if you're not sure if this is linen, linen's also plant-based, or silk or wool. Silk and wool is a protein-based fiber, so when you're burning it, it smells like burnt hair.
Not smelling.
But because Joann Fabrics, sometimes you go in, you're like, this is the fabric, it's the perfect one, $15 deal, and it's not happening. I want to eat. But I recommend thrift stores and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's pretty good.
All right. Next up, so as you see, I'm walking around the camera here. Let's do this real quick. Everyone that has a camera in here right now, hold it up. Hold your camera up. Alright. So as you notice, everyone has everything from cell phones to large DSLRs,
Cyber
point
shots.
shoots, everything. And at one point or another, some of us have cosplayed, and then some of us have gotten on the other side of the camera and actually started photographing people. And some of us, we have different styles and different ways of dealing with photographs. Some of us like to get natural, some of us do shoots, some of us even process. So with us here also is Sam. Sam, you can tell where you going, man. So Sam is one of the guys here. Like, if you want to get a shoot done, and I mean you want to get some really nice pictures, this is the guy to talk to him. And he's also going to tell you about not just how to point a camera and so on and shoot, but how to make your pictures look well. Unfortunately, part of it would have involved him showing some of his work, but we'll make it do. Make it do what it do.
Yeah.
my name is Sam Morgan, and my Facebook page is SF Design. So I started taking photographs 2006, 2005. That's when I started going to cons. I had a Kodak Easy Share. Kodak is no longer in business. Then I moved on 2 years ago to a Canon T2i DSLR, and I just wanted to take better photos. I saw the clarity in some of the other cosplay photographers' pictures, and I wanted that. So, by my own camera, then YouTube was my professor. Just pretty much stayed on YouTube, just learning all the basics, and from then on, like, I pretty much started buying a whole bunch of camera gear and testing them out. And even before I had all the speed lights and everything, like, I was still taking pretty good photos without all the heavy equipment. I actually, like, when I started, I sucked. Like, I sucked really bad. Like, I'm looking back at all the photos. One of my cosplay friends, Mari Gray, she posted up a side-by-side photo of when I first started and how I am now, and there's a big, huge difference. And I can still say I still suck. There's always somebody that's better than you, but you have to figure out your own style. Me, I tend to like a lot of harsh shadows to bring out my photos to see, just to make them more dramatic. And recently I just did a Legend of Korra photo shoot with a cosplayer at Otakon. That came out pretty nicely. Originally I'm a graphic designer, and I pretty much like just made everything go hand in hand. Like I do like special effects with some of the photos. The Korra photo was pretty much like water bathing. I did a Danny Phantom photo. I did a Crimson Viper photo, which he had like lightning and this storm. If you go to my page, you can see all the before and after. At Otakon, I pretty much took a photo and just popped out the person from the background. Just recreated a background composites. Also, was it?
You must succeed on mask too.
Yes.
It might keep them
Yes. The Tuxedo Mask and all the other Sailor Scouts. And I mean, you just gotta learn the basics and just study. That's all I can say. I mean, don't be afraid to like fail at something as long as you try. Always. Thank you. That's right.
One thing I can add to photographs, how many people do a costume that has a proper weapon? When you take a picture, you always point it at the camera, don't you? With the ones that do view weapon, all you're going to see is the muzzle. Nobody's going to even know what you have in your hand. So always point it off to the side, up or down. That way you can see what the person's holding. This goes for a gun, for a wand, anything. I wasn't going to actually point a gun at them.
I got it on video.
Deadpool, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And actually,
As long as his souls are within reach of each other, I think it pulls it together literally.
I'm probably where you were a few years ago. I'm actually doing a little bit of cosplay photography myself, and a couple of things I can add in is if you have no idea how to work the aperture or shutter on your camera, learn. And you don't necessarily have to pay trillions of dollars for a course. You'd be surprised how you can find some low-cost courses. Again, YouTube is your friend. Or if you got friends that do photography that have time to show you, learn how to use that aperture and shutter because it will save your life as well as the exposures. Not to mention, another thing that I'm also learning, you and the person that you're shooting, use your imaginations. Do stuff that's not been done before. I mean, anybody can just stand here and great. But if you take a shot and have a person in a certain pose, use backgrounds, and I mean, you'd be surprised like how much like natural areas. I think Phil left already. A couple of friends here a few weeks ago did a shot where they found like an old abandoned garage, and took a whole series of like nice grungy shots. And, you know, like I said, you'd be just surprised. Another thing is learning how to use software. Some shots, if you get it right, you can use things like either Photoshop or Lightroom. I'm actually a little bit more partial to Lightroom now. You can use a lot of things to clean up your shots. Like sometimes you might take shots of someone's face, you might want to smooth it out, or actually you might want to harshen it up depending on the look that you're going for. So you can just play around with things and just whatever you find that you can do, try it out. Honestly, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And actually, I will save this for another time, or if someone wants to ask questions. When it comes to again, charging people to do cosplay photography, that's between you and that person. I don't want to get into it because I don't do it that often, but if it's a question anyone wants to ask, Sam, could you?
I just want to back on what you were saying on know your character. Like at Dragon Con, I work with a lot of photographers, and they kind of sit there and they look at you and they're like, I have no idea who Laura is.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be a princess. I'm like, no, she's a warrior, she kills people. But they don't know, and it's not the photographer's fault. They are photographing tons of people. Know your character and know how to pose your character, so when the photographer is standing there, all you have to do is what you do, and then they'll do their amazing best like you.
All right, so at this point, I'm going to open up the floor for questions and answers.
Thank you. I was going to say, I was looking to see who would actually reach up to stop the limb that's going around. Come on, kids. I'll be fine, but I don't know about these guys.
Yes, sir.
I'm from that.
I have a question about the cosplay commissions. When you talked about the pricing for the cosplay commissions, I commissioned a prop for cosplay.
Right.
And the prop was a helix fossil.
Okay.
And the trick I had was, I asked, can you put a magic 8-ball inside the fossil so people can actually consult the helix fossil? And they did. And they said, yeah, I can do that. And they made it and they sent it to me and it was perfect, but then I noticed that the blue liquid inside the 8-ball started leaking out. And so I got like blue liquid all over my hands, and it was a really slow leak, but I asked them about it. Apparently they said they had issues with the helix fossil when they were making it, but they didn't tell me about any issues. And I paid for this prop, full price, and I'm like, well, now I got like a useless thing here because most of the liquid came out of it.
How long after you got it did that happen?
It happened at the very first con I took it to.
How long was that? Was it 2 days? Was it 2 months?
Maybe a week or two.
Did you let them know right away?
As soon as the con, as soon as I got home, I sent them an email.
They should have compensated you in some way. I know for me, if I screw something up badly enough, I'll go ahead and redo it for the person. Usually free of charge because that's my name out there.
Have you learned if you use magic 8-ball, you seal that thing?
That's true too. Oh, you don't use the magic 8-ball. You don't tell me you can do something that you know is going to leak later on down the road. But when it comes to stuff like that, yeah. If you let me know like right away that something doesn't fit right, or even if like for one commission I did, the person was local and she went, she tried it on, came back, said, can you adjust this, and that? I'm like, okay, I saw some other things I need to adjust because I see it on you now. So I went on ahead and fixed it while she was standing right there.
If I can add in too, that's another thing as a buyer, for anything, but especially commissions, find out the stuff that you're buying from, what is their return policy. If it breaks, if it malfunctions, or if you're not satisfied, what is their return policy? Because I've heard many stories, some bad, some not so good, about people that have tried to return stuff and have had issues because they didn't refund.
The person was a friend of mine, so I didn't.
Even as a friend.
Especially on that note though, he or she should have went on and said, okay, hey, let me try to fix this for you so the next time you use it, it's okay. Because, well, I haven't done anything. He wipes souls and does all kinds of cool. So I don't have to do anything for you, but I've done things for other friends and continue to do things. So if I screw up, I'm gonna let them know I need to pull this back from you because I don't like the way it looks on you, or I noticed something before I was about to ship it off again. I've done that. And as recently as earlier this month, I worked on a friend's Thulsa Doom armor. And there was something I didn't like about the armor. I'm like, dude, before I bring it down to you, I'm gonna go ahead and redo it because the foams that I was using just weren't cooperating. And some of the crafting that I was doing with it just didn't fit visually to me.
All right, next question, please, anybody?
Well, to add to what I was saying, with the whole commission thing, I just got done for this convention commissioning somebody's arrows for Red Arrow kit. He told me the arrow knobs were falling off. As long as you address it to whoever's building it, I told him, I said, well, I mean, not to say I'll take them home and after the fact now, but I can take them home and re-glue them. The glue just didn't respect your current environment. It happens. But as long as you but he let me know. As long as you let the person know. I mean,
and you're courteous about it. Don't call them up or send them a nasty email. You dirty son. And then at the very end, this broke.
Yeah.
Don't curse them out in like 20 paragraphs and then, oh, this broke or this was an inch too short. Because then it's like, okay, you're a butthead. I'm not doing anything for you from that point on. You come nasty. No, because if you come back respectfully, if there's anything that needs to be fixed, you come back nasty, the nasty side of me comes out. And I guarantee I'm nasty than anyone you want to be when it comes to coming, being respectful to someone. It's all this whole ordeal of cosplay is about respect. Respect one another. That's good.
Yes, sir.
Please, because for those of us that don't know, could you define cosplay and what qualifies you as a cosplay? Because from what I understand, cosplay is actually a Japanese invention. It is mainly anime and Japanation that is actually cosplay.
Go ahead.
Very good question. Okay,
Yeah.
at the very beginning,
Wikipedia.
the very first costume that was ever worn to a science fiction convention was 1932 by a fellow named Forrest J. Ackerman. No one had ever done it before. The convention was a scandal because they thought that it disrespected science fiction. The next year, 10 people showed up in costume. It's been going that long. Cosplay as a term started out as what you're saying, referring to Japanese animation costuming. Costuming as a word was not actually connoted to mean what we do with it now. Neither does cosplay. It's progressed and evolved beyond what it started with. Cosplay, costuming, same thing. If you look up costuming, it's actually the act of making the costume, not wearing it. We don't go by that. So it is what you do with it, not necessarily where it came from.
Okay, so what qualifies somebody to be a cosplay? Because
You put on a costume and you play it.
Brilliant!
I've been going to the Comic-Con convention for about 10 years now. And this is the third costume I've made. Does that qualify me?
Yes.
Yes. You know what? The first one did.
Exactly. But as simple as what you have on is, I can say that I'm cosplaying.
Yep.
Exactly. I'm a New York guy, and thank God for my side. Some people actually believe that, man. I mean, I can walk back on the con floor and be like, I'm cosplaying number 52.
Yeah.
Granted, that's my name on the back of the jersey, but nobody knows that.
Yeah.
So
Nobody
cosplay.
New York. But tomorrow, football will be everybody cosplaying
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just watching New Orleans, anybody.
Bring a point to how.
I should have brought my one of the Redskins jerseys.
I'm trying not to bring it back.
Girl, leopard girl, she's down
It could,
there.
Stay with
I'm
her.
not-
Spend a whole lot of time.
It doesn't matter if you buy it, if you make it.
Right,
you put
cosplay
money
is what
here.
you make of it.
I was about to say, as little as the woman over here with the ears and the purple wig.
Exactly.
She's cosplaying. Come on, guys. She's got ears and a wig on. She's cosplaying. Let's go.
And to go back to,
Right.
to go back to
I mean-
drag, to go back to drag con, there's a lot of people walking around in nothing but paint.
Yeah.
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 That's cosplay.
Keep the cardboard box.
That's cosplay.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get to you in 1 second. Let me say this. Let me say this because I've heard this argument also about people trying to make a distinction between, well, if you make it or bought it or did this or did that. This is my costume. Stand up there. This is his costume. Stand up there. His costume. Gene, stand up. That's her costume. Everybody that had their costume made or made it themselves, raise their hand. Raise your hand.
I have praise.
Your cosplay. It doesn't matter. Whenever you take something out of your pocket and say, hey, I'm going to use it as a prop. I don't care if you take a stick. Your cosplay. You put makeup on. Your cosplay. I don't care if you bought it. I don't care if you had someone make it. I don't care if you make it. Your cosplay. Because people have gotten into this elitist frame of mind. Well, it's not good if you didn't make it.
That's not good.
I can tell you, I've seen some people that have been in a costume and had no clue who their character was. I would say, just me, this is my opinion. That bothers me. If you're in a Wonder Woman costume, please stand up to you as an example.
Love that shit.
That's one.
Oh, that's
If you have no idea about the character you're portraying, you're just in the costume because, hey, it was there. We need to have a conversation. That is my opinion. If it was left in the store, that's fine. But the idea is of cosplaying is when you take your costume, you enjoy the character, you're embodying the character, you're going out, you're going to enjoy something, have a good time. You know, it is what you make it.
Yes.
That is the biggest point about what we do, what everyone in this room. This is what we make it.
Period.
She still has a question.
I'm sorry, yes, this young lady. You.
Oh, that's Jim.
Yes.
So tomorrow's the costume contest. Is there like any tips on like how to win or how you should act during the contest?
Yeah, don't
Just
play
be
about
honest.
Be honest.
Don't play. I'm about to say, don't
To
play.
be honest, don't think about winning.
Don't,
No,
yeah.
just go and have fun.
Right. Just show up.
Harry, I'm gonna give you an example.
Go ahead.
I won a contest for males in something or other a few years back.
Males
You know what
in
Nah, I was a Sith. I had this black scars and but the whole point of it wound up being I was just going up there to have fun. I threatened the guy's life. I mean, I was a Sith. I was in character. He kept cracking jokes, so the closer I got, the more I put my lightsaber in his throat. And I won. I do that every other day. That's different. We're used to that. But I mean, the whole.
That's kind of baller stuff.
Yeah. So I'm surprised I don't have it. Yeah, you too. He's even worse. He makes them. But the whole idea behind the costume contest, go out and have fun.
Yeah.
If you win, you win. If you don't, so what? Just go on to the next one.
So do you know what happens at the contest?
As far it differs between contest and contest. But as far as you talk about rules and stuff like that, it differs from contest to contest. And the rules here for this year, I have no clue what they are. Because I'm not yet, and I'm not judging, so I really don't know.
Levels of a masquerade where sometimes you'll have pre-judging, where they're literally checking to make sure you actually steamed all your seams, that sort of thing. Those are really intense competitions, and I don't see that many of them anymore. There used to be loads of them. Sometimes you'll get up on stage, and it'll be all by applause from the audience. There won't actually be judges on stage. So it can vary from one degree to another.
What we're going to do, I have one more question that I want to quickly give away the books because we got a scoop in a moment. So this gentleman right here had a question.
My question is, armor-wise for creating various armor such as for like mechs, medieval style, or anything of that nature, what is the best kind of material to use and how
maintained.
Go to Home, no, not Warbler. Go to Home Depot. Go to Home Depot to the flooring section. You know the kid flooring? The bright yellow, red.
Yeah.
Buy a few packs of that and have fun.
You can go to Five and Below now and get a pack of 5 of EVA.
Yes. No. Five Below has the yoga mats.
They have EVA.
They have the big mats.
You
You don't understand.
Harbor Freight.
The library around Five and
Hold on,
Below.
if I volunteer, Sean, you working on stuff, what do you use?
This is the exact phone they're talking about.
Come on up, Sean.
Come on up.
Do a flip.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is the exact phone they were talking about, the foam floor mats, and this whole thing. And the smaller pieces here are craft foams, the thin stuff you get from like Michaels. And really, the only limit is your like creativity and imagination. I made the craft foam textured like leather, and people come up and touch it and ask me if it's leather. And so I get asked 10 times a day, what is it made of? That's a $20 pack of floor mats, and really the only limit is what you can what you create within. A good paint job will take it above and beyond. Yeah. I'm going to give you one real quick hint for priming anything that you're going to do in a crossover. A prop, armor, whatnot. A lot of people go to a lot of detail, hand painting a weapon, whatever. Go to AutoZone, go to the paint section. On the bottom shelf is a blue can of spray paint, it looks like. It's called Truck Bed Liner.
Yes.
Seriously, when I was working with Ultra Sailors, that's what we made all of our grips with, because it was all plain white PVC pipe. It'll permanently adhere to the plastic, and then you can spray paint anything else over top of that.
And it will last.
It's flexible and takes the big movements.
What about the maintenance? The second part of the question was, what about maintenance?
Maintenance,
It depends on how hard you are on it.
right.
If you expect it to flex a lot, that sort of thing, you're going to need to probably redo it.
Right.
From time to time. Iron Man, you're going to end up doing it over, and you're going to end up with a whole new Iron Man after
It's basically you just keep maintenance. You just keep fixing what you break, and that's why you carry this stuff with the car. Seriously, because last year in Philly, I broke my Iron Man on the way back to the car. All I had on was my undersuit, and that wasn't. That actually felt pretty good because it was pretty hot outside. But it's just you just keep fixing and fixing. And it's the same thing with the spandex suits. Like if his was to rip, you just have to sew it unless it ripped in a spot where it's sew too well.
Okay, so we are going to wrap this up. I want to thank everyone for coming, but before you leave, remember we have some stuff to give away.
What's the questions?
I'm going to get to the questions. You can't win anything, so I'm waiting back. Yeah, people that are all down get jacked. Okay. If you have any other questions that you want to ask, we'll be floating around. And actually, I will tell you too, if you see something that someone has done, don't be afraid to ask them. Because a good cosplayer don't mind telling a little bit about what we do.
Actually, it's not even evil. It's not even a good cosplay. Because I play a lot of evil cosplays. Well, anyway, a good person was what he should say. A good person will always share.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
And they won't be like, well,
all right. So first up, Mathematician's Thor, Man of War. Quickly raise your hand, and I will call on you. Who played Heimdall in the Thor movie? Who played Heimdall in the Thor movie? Young lady right here. Yes, ma'am. You put yourself in Thor, Man of War. All right. Next up, for Daredevil. Who is there? No. Who played Kingpin in the Daredevil movie? Oh, there we go. Who played there? Who's going to speak for you? This young lady right here. Thank you. also some She-Hulk.
What color is She-Hulk?
Green and red.
What was her degree in? Think
What?
about it. Think about it. Think about it. See right here. What was her degree in?
Big feminine sexy.
She got maxed out.
I am going to ask this young lady here. Need something more than law. Need something more than law. What was her degree in?
Wasn't it criminal psych?
In the ballpark. Oh. Hold that thought, because the next person don't get it right, you will win.
Uh-oh.
I think it's criminal justice.
I want to thank you all for coming. Again, look for us at popcultureuncovered.com on the website. There will be pictures there. If you have any questions, ask us outside. If you want to be a part of the photo shoot, there will be a Marvel vs. DC photo shoot at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning on the front step.